Welcome, my friend. Please share and subscribe to watch more.
Style your outdoor space for all seasons with planting and clever landscaping. Stunning garden ideas will inspire your yard space, big or small. The best garden ideas will keep yards big and small looking gorgeous all year long, making whatever space you do have the #1 destination for your household in all seasons. Whether you have a tiny green plot, a big and bland courtyard, or an enormous lawn to work with, we've got all the inspiration you need to help turn your garden into the perfect place for you. Plant up your best florals and watch them grow from your favorite patio furniture set or sun recliner. Whether you are set on a fully thriving kitchen garden or looking for curated green surroundings, you'll be able to make your space one to relax and unwind in. From easy-to-maintain garden ideas that will enhance your space without costing the earth to bigger landscaping projects that could even add value to your property, there is plenty in the way of inspiration to make your backyard space bright, convivial, and fun to spend time in. Raised beds are roomy and a must for growing fruit and veg. That is, if you have the space. But if you have a small backyard and still want to grow herbs, edibles, and even florals, container gardening is your friend. From easy-to-maintain garden ideas that will enhance your space without costing the earth to bigger landscaping projects that could even add value to your property, there is plenty in the way of inspiration to make your backyard space bright, convivial, and fun to spend time in. Raised beds are roomy and a must for growing fruit and veg. That is, if you have the space. But if you have a small backyard and still want to grow herbs, edibles, and even florals, container gardening is your friend. It works for absolutely every type of garden space under the sun for the simple reason that you can position your plant pots wherever best or possible for your space. Ideal for renters who want to take their plants with them. Plus, you have the chance to get creative with both the plant and the pot to make a really beautiful display. Mix it up with herbs and scented flowers. Hydrangeas look great in a container, while you can team upright florals alongside trailing plants like creeping rosemary, Rosmarinus officinalis prostratus, or ivy hedera for more interest. 2. Landscape subtly. 3. For a curated garden look that's styled yet subtle, choose low trees, planted simply in rows of 3 for definition. It's enough to elevate a space and to add privacy to a yard without creating a garden that's too fussy. We love these nifty and beautiful garden ideas as they make a space feel so unique. If you're in a small garden setting, then working vertically is a lifesaver, but this clever trick will work in bigger gardens too. Container plants will not only jazz up step ladders and hide any ugly walls, but having flowers displayed at different levels brings a heightened level of interest and energy to even the tiniest of spaces. So get creative with how you arrange your containers, because they are the most flexible planting option going. We love these nifty and beautiful garden ideas as they make a space feel so unique. If you're in a small garden setting, then working vertically is a lifesaver, but this clever trick will work in bigger gardens too. Container plants will not only jazz up step ladders and hide any ugly walls, but having flowers displayed at different levels brings a heightened level of interest and energy to even the tiniest of spaces. So get creative with how you arrange your containers, because they are the most flexible planting option going. A gorgeous example of how to work with what you have. This is proof that you really can plant anywhere. Before taking old wheelbarrows or even your old best barbecue to the skip, think about how to repurpose them as decorative plant containers. You may need to drill in drainage holes, but once that is sorted, fill them up with an array of foliage. Try hosta, caladiums, ornamental grass, or you could even go for a wildflower mix for added color and texture. 5. Plant vertically on a spacing the walls that surround your yard's patio is a wise move to conserve space and add design flair to the area that you and guests will see the most. Enhance the color of soft furnishings by being coherent with your garden plant scheme. After all, the white hydrangeas here make these outdoor couch cushions pop in a gorgeous way. 6. Repeat planting and colors for impact. 7. For an eye-popping display, repeat planting of wildflowers and the likes is the way to go, as seen in the beautiful garden of a restored 17th century country cottage. Choose tall-growing perennials that are colorful and hardy for year-round interest. Foxgloves digitalis purpurea are an all-time favorite for both modern and traditional, or even cottage garden settings. Bees love them to dwell. Rosemallow hibiscus mosquitoes, hollyhocks alchia, valerian valeriana officinalis, caprifoliaceae, and globe thistles echinops banaticus are great choices for bold summer color and fragrance. Gorgeous borders make for a beautiful display in all areas of the garden, so consider making raised borders part of your garden design. Choose to plant yours up with a variety of greenery and bright flowers, and build it around an outdoor dining spot for a chic and decorative finish that will make your guests feel like the center of attention. Choosing just one pop of color is enough to make a garden look chic and even a little expensive, sans a lot of effort at all. The perfect Pantone color combo likely features inside your home, so why not bring it out into your garden too? Chris Bonnet from GardeningExpress.co. UK opens in new tab recommends using varieties such as rose campion, silver bush, sere holly, and even some varieties of lavender for their beautiful silver color to replicate the gray part, alongside yellow blooms such as tulips, daffodils, and as you can see above in this bright border, gladioli. Whether you have a gravel, stone, cobbled, or another kind of garden path, you can make a feature of it with the simple addition of container plants. Line them up in sequence to define the area, and it's up to you whether you mix and match both flowers and pots, or go for a bit of statement repetition. If you've quite a plain and large garden that you want to add interest to, without going overboard with hardscaping, let one bright color or plants with height resonate throughout for a beautiful statement from the flower beds to the cherry blossom and bordering trees. It's a coherent masterpiece. Lindsay Highland, a gardening expert and founder of Urban Organic Yield Opens in new tab, says that one way to make your garden more attractive is to add some flower beds. You can also add a few garden gnomes or other decorative items to give it a bit of personality. If you have any trees or shrubs, try trimming them into different shapes to create interest. Mulching and adding brightly colored flowers are also great ways to dress up your garden. It's all about balance when you're choosing your favorite garden ideas, as you want the space to be just as beautiful as it is functional. This yard is big, but puts all the space to good use, weaving in good garden landscaping techniques also. By carrying the decking material through to the dining table and to the seating area at the back, and by breaking up the zones with big planting. The individual outdoor pockets feel as one entertainment is a must in a successful garden scheme, and why not turn to what nature has to offer? Choose an open pergola structure in which to create a super cozy outdoor living room space, complete with a fireplace underneath, and make sure those seats are comfy, as you will gladly be sitting there for hours. No Glastonbury tickets. Or perhaps you missed out on Coachella. No problem. Keep your planting pared back to subtly surround a patio space. Investing in a cozy modular outdoor sofa, festoon lighting, patterned soft furnishings, perhaps a patio heater, or even your favorite fire pit, and you'll be sure to ignite that same festival and convivial spirit in your own backyard. Your outdoor lounging area is sure to be the spot where everyone flocks to when visiting your garden. And centerpieces don't just have to be pretty to look at. Create a dual-function display by making yours an in-table fire pit. They are all the rage and a surefire way to embrace long summer evenings outdoors. Perfect to add a little light to your garden on long summer evenings too. Working with the seasons is a must in gardens, and if you plant fall bulbs, acres, and the likes ahead of time, your garden will be flush with beautiful fall foliage. Think deep crimson colors, bronze, and gold. If you live in California, you're going to be working with a more Mediterranean-like climate in comparison to if your garden is in Florida and a little more tropical. It's no secret that the climate you live in will ultimately define your garden ideas. So if you live in a particularly dry area, embrace it with xeriscaping, which is actually a very beautiful and resourceful way to garden. Little or no irrigation is required, so it's ideal for a low-maintenance garden plot. Still working with your climate to ensure your garden looks lovely, Even in cooler months, remember to plan a winter garden display complete with flowering winter plants and trees like Chimonanthus precox. This is a deciduous shrub that blooms pendulous yellow flowers on bare branches in winter and gorgeous. Still working with your climate to ensure your garden looks lovely. Even in cooler months, remember to plan a winter garden display complete with flowering winter plants and trees like Chimonanthus precox. This is a deciduous shrub that blooms pendulous yellow flowers on bare branches in winter and gorgeous. It's not that eclectic, but it is fun. A straw-top pergola transforms this little woodland area of a garden into a forest paradise. Add in fuchsia, roses, and more bright planting plus a very comfy chair, and you've created a very stylish, exclusive holiday spot. Especially important in sloping gardens, planting up to create a beautiful backdrop will be worth it when you're able to look up and enjoy the view from your patio, or even from the back door in all seasons. Choose evergreen plants for year-round interest, while towering wildflowers are a must for the summer months. Although sloping gardens can be more pricey at the design stage, there are unique benefits to this structure, and they make the perfect canvas for water features and even fountains. A little drama goes a long way when you're looking for garden ideas. Whether you have a small garden, lawn, or no lawn, filling your garden borders with a variety of plants is the perfect way to add interest. The key is to fill all the gaps so that no bare soil is showing. Ground cover plants can help with any patches, and to have a mixture of large and small varieties. The specific plants you go for is, of course, down to personal preference, but you should take into account whether they will do well with the positioning in your outdoor space, and consider companion planting too. We love how the palm elevates this garden border, complementing the surrounding greenery. If kids are running riot in your yard, define their play zone with florals, soft lawns, and more greenery to make it a little more gorgeous to look at and to ease any tumbles too. Especially important in sloping gardens, planting up to create a beautiful backdrop will be worth it when you're able to look up and enjoy the view from your patio, or even from the back door in all seasons. Choose evergreen plants for year-round interest, while towering wildflowers are a must for the summer months. Although sloping gardens can be more pricey at the design stage, there are unique benefits to this structure, and they make the perfect canvas for water features and even fountains. Outdoor spaces and trees go hand in hand, and if none currently feature in your garden space, we would highly recommend them. Should you be so lucky to home mature trees, these can be a great starting point for your garden design, adding natural height and structure to your garden layout. And other than being an attractive feature, trees also create wonderful habitats for birds and wildlife, act as filters for noise and air pollution, and, of course, help to purify the air around you. Apple trees, cherry trees, and birches are classic garden additions and will take a while to establish, so there's every reason to start tending to them in small, manageable pots ASAP. Maple trees bring gorgeous color, especially in autumn. And along with olive, fig, and citrus trees, which aren't the largest when fully grown, so can work well in small to medium-sized gardens. If you like a more luxurious garden look, then including ornamental grasses as part of a minimalist planting approach is the best way to achieve that. Include a daybed for extra points, and be sure keep all your other outdoor furniture streamlined and fuss-free. There's a whole host of fruit and veg that you can grow in your garden, and building raised beds yourself is super satisfying. More and more people in recent times have been rediscovering what it is to grow your own produce at home. There's endless beauty to working with nature, and you can do it no matter what size garden you have. What's more, you will feel oh so proud when you're having a cup of tea in your garden, only to see all your fruit and veg growing happy. Many even flower, like courgettes and broad beans, so you're guaranteed a gorgeous and tasty display. Organic gardening is the way forward for us all. And it's a great garden idea that will not only benefit your health, but Mother Nature's too, without using pesticides and by being resourceful in your garden space. You will enjoy a beautiful display of plants and most likely some great wildlife too. Using low planting in a smaller garden is a great way to create the illusion of space. When there is a lot happening at ground level, including outdoor houseplants and low-hanging tree branches. Make even more of a feature display out of them with the addition of outdoor lighting is sure to add interest and more depth to all types of garden spaces.